Hey YouTube, hey Young and the Restless fans. So what can we expect this week, June 10th to the 14th on the Young and the Restless? Well, Victor retaliates against Jack, okay? So we know there's this big Victor versus Jack storyline coming. And of course, Victor is gonna hold Michael and Cole accountable for their actions too. So let's get into this and what's going on here. Well, first of all, Victor is holding a grudge against Jack for what happened that night with Nikki, where Jack went over to the hotel suite, Jack being Nikki's sponsor. And of course, we know the extreme measures that Jack went to that night by risking his own sobriety in order to give Nikki a wake-up call. Now, the end results worked out, right? Because Nikki did have that wake-up call and she did go to rehab and she's fine, right? She's had no relapses, so it worked out. But Victor thinks that Jack took too much of a risk and it could have, put Nikki in jeopardy. So he's holding this grudge against Jack. And of course, we know that Cole found Jordan, right, and called on Michael. And so Victor thinks that Cole and Cole and Michael betrayed him. So he's gonna kind of hold them accountable, but Michael and Cole are gonna go over to try to reason with Victor. And it looks like Victor, of course, always the chess master, right? He's gonna find a way to use Michael and Cole now in his bigger plan, right? His bigger agenda against Jack. So it looks like what's going to happen is that Victor is going to try to get Cole to befriend Kyle, okay, and get closer to Kyle. And he's going to have Michael get closer to Diane. Now, Michael and Cole and Diane are already kind of friends, and so Michael and Cole are going to question Victor about his agenda. Why does he want us to get close to Kyle and Diane? But it looks like, Victor's going to reveal this new business strategy to his family this week. That could be something, maybe it's just something between Adam and Victoria, because Adam's going to experience deja vu with Victoria again this week. So we know there's a sibling rivalry there between Adam and Victoria. But Victoria's taken a step back from business now to be a mother to Claire. And, she's really focused on that. So maybe it doesn't have so much to do with Adam and Victoria. Maybe Victor's new business strategy could involve going after Jabot, okay? And we saw Victor go over to the Abbott mansion and talk to Kyle. And so it seems like Victor's trying to gather some information here, and maybe he's using Cole now to do that too, and Michael too, because it looks like Victor wants to, kind of maybe, focus on this conflict that's going on between Kyle and Diane, okay? Diane's not happy that Kyle is constantly doing things behind her back, and Kyle feels like he's helping his mother, and so there's this rift there, but Kyle is also being very disrespectful to his mother too, when, she is his boss, right? So essentially too, so there's this rift there that's going on, and I think maybe Victor's trying to pull Kyle away from Jabot. Maybe Victor wants Kyle over at Newman. And we've seen Kyle work for Victor in the past. So we'll have to keep an eye on that, right? But Victor has this larger plan, okay? And Nikki and Victor are going to clash this week. They're going to have a difference of opinion when it comes to Jack. Of course, we saw Jack, and Diane was really upset, about Jack continuing to be Nikki's sponsor. Jack finally, I think, realized how much stress this is putting on Diane, and Jack told Diane that Nikki's going to have to find another sponsor. So that's good for them. Jack's not going to risk his marriage. And we saw Jack have that conversation with Nikki, and Nikki understands, okay? And she's, released Jack from her service, right? But Diane's going to have unfinished business with Nikki this week too. So it looks like Diane's going to confront Nikki to kind of, not try to lure Jack back into being her sponsor. Nikki gets it though. She's not going to do that, I don't think. And Nikki and Victor are going to have this argument about Jack. Nikki's going to defend Jack. Victor won't let it go, right? He's holding this grudge against Jack, and he has this bigger agenda against Jack. He's going to involve Michael and Cole now, and maybe Kyle is involved. It looks like Victor's going to try to go after Jabot. So, and we see in the preview too, right? Michael say that the dormant, war between, Victor and Mr. Abbott, Jack, could be reigniting. So get ready because it's going to be a hot summer, and it looks like Victor versus Jack is going to be a large part of that. Over with Claire, she's going to let her guard down with Kyle. So it looks like Claire and Kyle could be moving towards romance. And of course, Summer is going to struggle with co-parenting, Harrison with Kyle. And of course, we know that Summer is really, she gave Claire a chance, but now she's upset that Claire didn't tell Summer right away that she knew that Jordan was alive. Okay, Claire got the information that morning when Victor went over to tell them, and Victor didn't want anyone to say anything. Okay, so Claire didn't say anything, and later the same day, Summer found out the information. Maybe Summer feels that Claire should have been completely transparent right away, but if Victor told her not to do that, Claire's kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place there. And it just seems like a small thing to me. It doesn't seem like a real big issue, but Summer certainly doesn't see it that way. Kyle sides with Claire, of course, but we also saw Summer talking about how she feels left out of what's going on, how Claire, and Kyle and Harrison went on the Ferris wheel together, and Harrison's having such a good time with Claire. I think Summer feels a little left out of that too, so hopefully, Harrison can include Summer into some of their activities, and then we can see, Summer and Claire, the two cousins, start to grow closer together too, but it's probably more wishful thinking at this point. But to Summer's credit, she has been, giving Claire more of a chance now. And on Claire's part, there's this idea that she's still bad, that she could still do something, but we haven't seen any real evidence of that. Claire has been really good, since the incident, okay? And she was even a victim herself, right? So it looks like Claire and Kyle are going to be heading towards romance a little bit, so we'll keep an eye on that as well. And speaking of romance, okay, Cole and Victoria are definitely heading in that direction too. In the preview, we see Cole asking Victoria out on a date, okay? And Nick's also going to question Victoria's future business plans and things like that, but like I said before, I think Victoria's taking time off business, which, we haven't seen the Newman CEO office in a long time, right? I hope we see that again, but we could be seeing that soon. But right now, the emphasis has been more on family rather than business when it comes to the Newmans, okay? But Cole and Victoria, it looks like, are going to have a date, so that's good. Victoria is warming up more, I think, romantically to Cole, and Victor basically told Cole to stay away from Victoria, right, and his family, but that's not realistic. It looks like Cole is going to be able to land on his feet, though, with Victor now wanting Cole to befriend Kyle. So in order for Cole to get back in Victor's good graces, he's going to have to do that. So it's going to be intriguing to see how Cole and Michael deal with this as being used as pawns on Victor's chessboard, okay? So we'll keep an eye on that as well. And over with Ashley, Ashley travels outside her comfort zone. So we saw the exciting conclusion to the Ashley storyline, and Martin, the evil twin, and what he did and how he kind of implanted these ideas, using Ashley's trauma with Tucker and kind of twisting that around and making Ashley think that Tucker caused the problems when maybe Ashley misinterpreted what happened there, but it definitely looked like Martin was, trying to implant these ideas in her head. So Martin was exposed, and we saw Tucker arrive, and Tucker's about to leave, and then we heard the scream, and they rushed upstairs, and we saw what happened there. So it looks like Martin now is gone. Alan is also, has convinced Ashley to go and get help and to go to the clinic. So it looks like Ashley has already agreed to that. So Eileen Davidson did a great job. Looks like maybe Ashley will be off screen for a while. We'll see, but hopefully we see her back soon. But Ashley's going to get the help that she needs, so that's great, okay? But Ashley's going to go over to talk to Tucker and kind of thank him for coming to her rescue. And Tucker does care about Ashley, and but he also cares about Audra, and Audra's going to show up as Ashley is leaving, and Audra is going to be frustrated thinking that Tucker and Ashley are romantically still involved. And of course we know Audra is out to get Tucker's company Glissade, and she's not being shy about that, and she's going to use Tucker's dirt against him, right? What Tucker is trying to buy up these companies, right? And she's going to try to expose that, but Tucker is basically calling everybody and telling them to cancel meetings with Audra. So Audra's going to, have this setback this week, and she's also going to have a rude awakening. So it looks like she might not get the better of Tucker here. But, there's also this theory that Tucker will make an offer to Audra and offer her glissade if she marries him. Of course, we know Audra is not in favor of getting married to Tucker. So, will she take this idea? Of course, this is just, this is just speculation, but I don't know if Tucker's really going to make that offer to Audra. But it's interesting, and what's going on with Tucker? Does he love and care about Audra? Does he love Ashley? Who does he want to be with? What's going on? It's kind of hard to read, so we'll just have to wait and see how things unfold there. But it was definitely an exciting conclusion to that. What did you think about the evil twin story, about Martin, and how he was the one that was behind Ashley's, alter personalities? So it was a really riveting story. Eileen Davidson did a great job, and I think it's good now that Ashley is going to get some help, because we know she's always been resistant. She's had bad experiences in the past with Fairview and all of that, so it looks like she'll get the help that she needs, and hopefully, can put all of this trauma, behind her. Over with Billy, he's going to turn the charm on with Lily. Of course, Billy wants to add the Abbott name to Chancellor Winters. And CW, the Chancellor Winters logo, are they really going to change that? The logo looks pretty good, the way it is. So I don't know if Billy's going to get his way, but Lily has been warming up to the idea. And Lily also is warming up to, the idea of giving Daniel, some of his games back too, although we haven't really seen much more story with that. We haven't seen Daniel in a while. But Billy and Lily, Lily maybe has this weakness when it comes to Billy. Billy's very charming, and Devon knows that, right? And he's concerned about that. Devon and Lily have this plan to demerge the companies. And then Lily's going to work with Billy, and then she's going to leave that and go back to Hamilton Winters, right? But it doesn't look like that might be going at this point. I don't know. We'll have to see. But, Billy has Jill's power now, because Jill is experiencing some health problems, and Billy told that to Lily, and Lily was very, very, understanding of that. So it looks like Billy and Lily could be moving towards some flirtation and some charming scenes together. I think they do have good chemistry together. But I also like the chemistry between Billy and Chelsea. So will Chelsea start to get worried about Lily? We'll have to see. But, Devon's going to be frustrated, because I think he's seeing that Lily could be, vulnerable to Billy's charms. So, but what do you think? Is Billy going to get his way? Are they going to add Abbott to the name? I don't really think they need to do that, but Billy's not going to quit on that. And Lily even told him that she'll think about it, right? So Devon's definitely not going to like that. Of course, Mamie, kind of wants to push Jill out, and Billy too. This intrigue, this corporate intrigue, is definitely going to get more intense as we head into summer. So you don't want to miss a moment, but it's going to be another exciting week. Victor has this big agenda now, this big plan against Jack. So keep it right here. And thankfully, Ashley now is going to get the help she needs. So all of that, it looks like, has been resolved, so that's good too. But you don't want to miss a moment. It's going to be another exciting week, so keep it right here, and I'll have more updates coming. So thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.